Hi everybody, Robin here at Toadstool Tarot. I already filmed this once, but I'm going to try it again. The first time, it was jumping around the camera, and also it wasn't very sharp. I don't know why. Well, hopefully this will be better. This is Pamela Coleman Smith's RWS Tarot Deck. It's new from US Game Systems. Just came in the mail today. I had to order directly from them as it's not available on Amazon yet. Published in Connecticut. Made in Italy, which I thought was interesting. Comes in a gray tuck box. I don't care much for tuck boxes, but being the card curmudgeon, I'm going to tell you everything I like and don't like about the deck, because it seems like these companies are watching our videos and listening to our concerns here in the community, the tarot community. So, I like the color and design of the box, even though I don't like the tuck boxes, but if you want to improve on this, I wouldn't mind paying a few dollars more to have this in a sturdy two-part lift-off box instead of a tuck box. This deck was, I think, under $20, but it was $6 and something shipping for 2-day shipping, which was the cheapest shipping you could get. So it came really quickly. So it came to about $26 and something. There's the typical little white book. It's all in English. It's 32 pages. There's a substantial little essay from Stuart Kaplan about the history of the tarot. It's about 8 pages long. It's interesting. Then you have the usual keyword descriptions of the cards from Arthur Edward Waite's The Key to the Tarot. The cards themselves feel really good. They have a nice glide to them. They're semi-gloss. The edges are not sharp, like the Centennial tends to be, which I feel was probably punched out from a sheet. If these were punched out from a sheet too, they don't have a lip around the edge, so it's nice and smooth. It's not got that razor sharp feel to the edge of the cards. Just thought I would show you. I like the card stock. It's not quite as thick as the Centennial. If you can see side by side, the Centennial is thicker by 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 cards. So yeah, it's a thinner stock. But it still feels pretty nice. Very flexible. Some might say it's too thin if it's 11 cards thinner, but so I don't know. I guess this isn't really your typical US Games card stock. I'm not sure. This is the back design. And I sort of like it. I mean, I like the gray. I like the coloring. It was, it derived from Pixie's imagery. It is reversible. I quickly went and clicked the buy button before I noticed, because I didn't have my magnifying glass out, that here and here are small copyright details, which, unless your eyesight's really good, you might overlook them. And luckily it's on the back, not on the front of the cards. They've removed copyrights from the front, which is nice. This is described as framed in ivory parchment borders. I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah, it's not stark white. And I would say the coloring is even very muted. It's less saturated than we're used to. And a lot of people that don't like the bright yellows and bright blues might like this because it's very subdued. But some might also say it's like in a bit of a fog or a haze or grayish. It almost looks like a black and white one where the saturation setting is on 2 instead of 10 compared to the Centennial. So anyway, let's have a look. The line detail's pretty good, pretty sharp. I think it's a handsome deck. The skin tones are very even. They're not blotchy. They're not sunburnt. All the information is here. One might say it's sort of a sober deck. I mean, it sort of lacks luster, and if I have any complaint, it might be that some of the vivid color and joy has been taken out of the deck. It's down to the essential information. It just doesn't seem, it sort of lacks joy that I find in the more colorful versions. But some people might like that seriousness of purpose, that down to business kind of look to it. Going through these cards fairly quickly because you've seen them all a million times through the variations. There's not much change. There's a little bit of modeling in the background, a little texture, but that's kind of similar to the Centennial edition. The line work is pretty good. I don't think I have any complaints there. It's not a bad little deck. I just find it sort of lacks joy. It's like the life that is brought in color has been kind of sucked out of the deck. It's kind of the difference between a gray day and a sunny day. There is some modeling in the background that looks like an aged or worn vintage deck. This is one of 3 cards that I use to judge detailing in because There's a lot of detail that can get lost here. It's not bad. This is another one. And that's the last one. So what do you think? Do a little card comparison here between the did I show you the backs? Yes, I did. Okay, this is the RWS and the Smith-Waite Centennial. What a difference, right? This is almost like sepia tone. This is nice and bright. It's a difference in the backs. No borders here. See, this has a certain joy in the colors that this lacks, but the same information is there. Then also, I believe somebody said that this was, I don't really know the origins of this deck, but someone said it was comparable to the 1909 art restoration deck. So I'll show you a comparison there. You see the difference here. We go from a full bright intensity here to an almost washed out canary yellow here to a very dry gray afternoon here. Then just for giggles, we'll take the study deck. Now my objection to the study deck is it also is aged, but has a kind of a darker look to it, a dark cast. So the colors are bright, except it's kind of darkened. I think for color, my preference is still the Centennial, but I don't like that copyright. That's got to go. And the cardstock still feels better, although it's got that sharp lip to it that the new one doesn't have. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know what you think. See y'all soon.